Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for ICP. I wanted to re-evaluate since the last video whether or not the top is in. I believe it is at this point. Just going on what's going on in the market, how deep we came here, the fact we can't get any push to the upside from here at the moment. So looking on the larger term frame on the daily, we had our third wave come past the 1.618 extension of wave 1 off wave 2. And our wave 5 did hit in the ideal spot there at the 2.382, at which point we rejected. So at this point, we're still open to upside. I don't want to say it can't happen, but I'm going to show you why it's unlikely on the lower time frames. But as of right now, anticipating this ABC move to the downside, you can see here, and looking to hold support at the previous fourth wave. So this would come probably near the halving where we get this C wave bottom. Potentially it could extend out longer. But as of right now, it appears we're just making three waves down to start out our A wave. And I'll show you that on the micro in a moment. And I'll also discuss how we can go higher. So the only way this can go higher at this point is this wave here, the beginning of this wave 5. The only way this can go higher from right now and get an extended fifth, in my point of view, is we either just make a slightly lower low and take off, or from here, we don't make a lower low and we make some sort of flat like so before we can start our third of the fifth. Now, I think this is unlikely at this moment. I do think we've topped, but I'm going to show you that option and how I am planning on trading this right now. So as of right now, looking for either this A wave to complete or we're in the middle of a B wave here. And we need a slightly higher high on the current wave count. So I'll show you that down on the hourly. So here's my two counts currently. I'm potentially going to take a long here. I haven't made the decision yet. I want to see what happens in this area. But as of right now, let me get this off the chart. Our first count is we had our A wave down. We're in the middle of a B wave. We had a three wave move as an ABC. We have a WXY if we're complete down here, where we had, this was our A wave. We had a flat for our B, and you can count 5 waves down there for our C. So I have this as a WXY, and in which case we would expect a C wave of equal length of this A wave before making further downside to complete our A wave on the larger trend. So that's scenario 1, which I'm tempted to trade right now if this bottom is in. A couple things to notice here. We are getting divergence, and we did have quite a bit of volume here in this last couple hours compared to the whole previous move. So there are signs that we're getting at least a temporary reversal, but we need to see what happens on the smaller time frames here. If we find support here and drift sideways a little longer, I'd be tempted to take the entry long. The trade setup is here. It's just about 5 to 1. Stop at the low. But that's just what I'm doing, not financial advice. And let's go to the alternative. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. This is the alternative. You can see it in gray here that we have an A wave down in 3. Our B wave, it did come to the 70%, which is the minimum required for our flat, and we're looking for 5 waves down. And this would be in an ending diagonal. Let me just brighten that up for you. Like so, and this would complete a ABC for our larger A wave once we make a newer low right at this moment. So we don't defend this low, make one more low, and then we come up for our correction for our ABC. This makes just the A wave in that larger correction I showed you on the daily. So at which point we would expect move up between the 50 and the 618, and then we start our C wave to the downside. So those are the two trades I'm looking at. So I'm going to look for an entry here, and if I don't get it, I'll look for an entry on the next one to play the B wave. So that's what I'm looking at for ICP. And the only way I see us turn bullish here is if this gets an expanded flat. Like so. This is our A wave. We make an expanded flat up to between the 236 and the 382 extension of this A wave. And then we come down, make an ABC, and this becomes a larger correction. This is the only way I see a bull case currently, in which case we start our third of the fifth. But this is the only bull case I see at this time. I can't see a triangle because this came too deep to the upside. So my only hope on the bullish count in the short term is we get a extended C wave and we make a flat. Protect this low, then go. But you can see I'm pretty bearish at the moment. That's only one scenario I see. So right now looking to play this B wave, whether it's from here or one more low down if we make this diagonal. All right, guys, that's it for ICP. I will update this one for targets and whatnot if I take the entry. But that's it for this one. It looks like a top's potentially in, unless we get a pretty impulsive move for this C wave in the B. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.